If you look at the evidence which has come from the cybersecurity community, both in India as well as abroad, they have attributed several cyber attacks to both China and Pakistan, particularly to the hacking syndicates which are sponsored by the Chinese government. For instance, in 2020, when there was a major power attack on India's power grids, especially in the Mumbai city, that particular attack was attributed by the American cybersecurity firm Recorded Future to one of the Chinese state-sponsored hacking syndicates. So there is a technical evidence out there in the public domain which attributes these cyber attacks to both China and Pakistan. However, at the official level, India has not really taken steps for attribution. I think in my memory, I would say, that there are only two instances when basically India has attributed cyber incidents. One is basically in 2009 and 10, when then India's National Security Advisor M.K. Narayanan said that China was basically hacking the laptops and the computer networks of the Prime Minister's office. So he did not basically assign any specific incident to China. He nonetheless attributed the overall data harvesting operations that China was carrying out targeting the government computers. And the second instance is what basically happened in 2020 in Mumbai city, when one of the local Minister of Energy basically said that the Chinese malware is behind this particular power failure in Mumbai city. But subsequently, the Government Audit Committee denied those claims. So I can recall only these two instances when India has publicly made attribution. But if you look at some of the reporting which has come out, there is one media report which claims that a study carried out by the National Security Council Secretariat had attributed many attacks to China, but that was in the classified or in the private domain, not in the public sphere. Now, if you ask why India has not done it in the public domain, I would say a couple of reasons. I think one is because there is a live border dispute, especially vis-a-vis China. There is some concern that if India attributes these cyber attacks to a Chinese state-sponsored hacking syndicate, there might be some kind of retribution or a pressure on the border dispute which can complicate India options as well as security. So that is one of the reasons probably why India is not really eager to attribute the cyber attacks to any particular state actor. Having said that, I have always maintained that cyber attribution basically has three elements. There is a technical evidence, has to be a legal element, and then there is a political admission. I think there is technical evidence out there in the public domain which attributes the cyber attacks to China and Pakistan. But also the fact is that when the attribution is made, that data has to be provided, that information has to be provided to the legal system, and you have to have really that kind of evidence in place which will withstand the legal scrutiny. And when both these stages are passed, you have to have the willingness from the political leadership to say, that so XYZ was behind a particular cyber incident or a cyber attack. So I think, India has probably done the first stage, which is that the private cyber security community has put out that evidence, saying, given the technical evidence that so and so state actor was behind the cyber attacks, and probably will see that as India intensifies its relationship with some of the major Western powers which have attributed openly cyber attacks to China and Russia, I think that kind of understanding will also particularly flow to India.